Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Shizzo, and I'm gonna try something new today. I've seen a lot of Cypher players when they select Cypher before I do, not even know the slightest way of how to play him. So today I'm gonna teach you 10 basic tips for beginner Cypher players that will help you get started with a premier defender in Valorant. Roll the intro. I don't actually have an intro. This is my first video like this. I do want to remind you though that I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 PM over on Twitch. Links in the description. Drop a follow, I really appreciate it. So let's get right into the first tip. I see way too many Cypher players go, oh, it's a tripwire, right? Let's put it right by their feet. This will not work. If you want to play here on B site and split, you don't want to stay on the site if you're Cypher. You want to play up in heaven so that you can help the guy at mid whenever he needs it. If you're watching mid while their team is like pushing mid and there's still one guy here, and you're standing right there watching the rush up from mid, he can go like this. Ready? One. Boom, you're dead. All right, so that's not a good spot because he can walk up to it because he's not going to be sprinting through here because you'll hear him. So he can walk up to it, see it, and then just jump over it. It's not a good spot. So you want to be putting them, even though they see it, it's still better because you know when they get destroyed. You can see it on the minimap and it gives you a massive alert in the middle of your screen. So if he tries to see you, right, he'll get tagged and slowed, and then you'll be able to wallbang him and just shoot him. You'll be able to get this kill. Also, don't put it here. That's not a good spot because then they see it, and if they know that you're there, they can just go here and then destroy it afterwards. Okay, for tip number 2, this is I would say controversial one. I don't see a lot of people liking to do this, but at the very beginning of the round, I'm always gonna put a cam here. I'm like always. If it gets destroyed, it's a 45-second reset, but I'm fine with that because now I have 3 people on this site when I normally would have had 2. So now I know if I saw 1 or 2 people, I would call another person over because there's a high chance that they're not just gonna split push. So I'm gonna do this anyway. I suggest you do it. The 45-second reset, it's worth the waste. So I would say that the #1 problem with new Cypher players is that they only use the tripwires. They never use the cages. These things are very powerful, and if you link them up with your tripwire and they run into this, boom, now it's a one-way. You have wall hacks on them and they cannot see you. So you can just spray them down and they're dead. Also, if it's like last few seconds into the round and you know that they have to come from here, just put it up. Once the first guy goes through, spray it down and you'll get like 3 kills. It's pretty easy. But putting it on tripwires is a definite must. Always do it at the beginning of the round, I would say, but don't use both of your cages right at the beginning. If you're watching mid as Cypher and you have a guy that's stuck in this corner because he dashed across or he just got or he moved there from vents and they know he's there and they're gonna start peeking it,
cage triggered.
Give him an exit route. He can run to here, he can run back to vents, and they can't see him or push through it because if they push through it, I'll know and I'll just spray. So you can use them as your team's smokes as well. Don't use both of them at the beginning of the round. It's not smart. So number 4, this one has to do with your ult. So you're going to want to use it as soon as possible in a round. So once you get your ult, you're going to want to use it as soon as possible because this can give you the advantage knowing where the enemy is and also what site they're pushing. Because if I use my ult at mid and there's only one guy mid and it says that all 4 guys are coming sewage, I can move to this corner, there can be another guy mid on that ping, and my 2 A teammates are gonna start pushing up A main. So we can sandwich them. So use your ults earlier in the round. So for tip number 5, I've changed the map. As you can see, I've changed it to bind. This tip, I would say, is one of positioning. So this is probably one of the best areas on any map that you can be as a Cypher player. Because it's such close corners that your smokes work wonders. Let's say it's the start of the round, right? And you hear 5 people come up. I would place my tripwire much farther in so that if they shoot that, I can instantly trigger this. And once I trigger this, I'm just gonna call out to my team like there are 5 coming mid, right? 5 coming mid. And I'm just gonna keep using my cages until I'm out of them because it gives my teammates time to flank all the way through market and try to get a few kills. And once that guy peeks, I'm gonna peek, and then we can mow them all down, right? So use your tripwires as stalling. That's what they are. They are smokes, and they stall the enemy from moving. Use them wisely. These things are great. So another tip about the tripwires: if you just want a match, right? You kill the guy that's defusing, go pick up your tripwires. Don't go BM the guy. Don't go teabag. Pick up your tripwires. They are 200 credits a piece. That is very good, especially if you are low on economy and you are buying SMGs almost every round. That money will add up. So once the round ends, look around in your minimap, see if you can go pick up any of your tripwires that you might have gotten. So like if this one's here, just run around, just go pick them up. It's not that hard. Free money. And you don't have to buy it next round, which is very nice. So my next tip, it has to do about the camera. So if I know that there's a guy down long and I can jiggle peek it and see if there's an op in his hands, I can put this up, he's gonna shoot it, and then I can peek and get a free kill because he can't shoot for a while, because that's just how the op works. So if the thing is, if he didn't have an op, if he had something like a Vandal or a Phantom or a Spectre, I would get on it and then look at it, and then they would all look up at it, and then I would peek and spray. Because if they're looking up at this cam, the thing is, even if they're trying to be sneaky, they won't shoot it until I look at it. So once I look at it, they're gonna look up at it, and then I'm gonna peek, because then their crosshair's gonna be up there, and then when I'm peeking, they have to come back and try to get their crosshair head level. It's not people aren't that good yet, unless you're playing at like the higher levels of the game. Learn how to peek with your cam as bait. It will get you more kills. Okay, so for number 8, learn what you can wallbang, please. If you have a tripwire set up here and he tries to go plant safe and he gets stuck here and you're playing long, you can peek him and spray. You can get this kill. People don't know that. I don't know why. You can spray through this wall right at the edge. You can spray through the top of this. You can spray through the wooden area on the other side of this underneath here. You can spray through this box. Basically, there's a lot of stuff that you can spray through, and a lot of stuff that you probably don't know you can spray through. Here, I'm gonna give you a few examples of stuff that you probably don't know that you can spray through. Did you know that you can spray through this wood? Everything above it, you can't. Everything below it, you can't. But this wood, you can spray through. So if for some reason you're playing A as a Cypher, and you set up a tripwire, that's too high, but you can spray through it and get a kill. Also, that does not have much fall off. That does like 70% damage. Did you know that you can spray through all of this? So if you know that someone's playing here, you can just spray. So honestly, I don't even know why this is a thing, but you can spray through here and exit the bullet here and kill a guy watching this. I don't know why you would ever play here, but this is wallbangable. From there, through this wooden beam. So for the last tip, I would say that it is definitely gonna be paying attention to what your minimap means and what it's telling you, right? So if I'm in a 1v2 and I see on my screen tripwire destroyed, and I have 2 tripwires, I have one in hookah and one in long, I don't know which one it is because it says tripwire destroyed. It doesn't say the tripwires and hookah is destroyed, right? It just says tripwire destroyed. So one of them are destroyed. So if you just take a quick look at your minimap, you can see which one was destroyed. Left or right, hookah or long, and it will tell you, and that tripwire icon will no longer be there. So if you use this, you can know there's a guy coming out hookah, they're probably going to rush it, spray him down. If they're coming out of long and they don't know you're here, easy 1 or 2 kills. Tip number 10 really isn't a Cypher trick, it's more of a use your time wisely trick. So if you want to get into a custom game and learn more Cypher cam placements and tripwire placements and everything like that, just go around the map and try to find things like this. There's one on this site that is very good. I don't think they patched it yet, but it's very good. Yep, this is intended. So it's here, right? You can look all the way down long at the start of the game, and you have an amazing view of the site. And so just look for those things, right? There's one on A as well. So here's another one. You can place it on top of that box and no one will look up here. They will for this, but they won't they won't look at the box, right? So they'll look at this, they'll go, and you're done. Easy. tag them, and you can peek them from like heaven. There's one on basically every site. You should know them. So I would say that the main tip here is just mess around in custom games. Just learn more about the character that you're playing and learn more about what he does and how he can help your team. Because this character is a team info getter, right? He gets information for your team about where the enemy is coming from. Please do not use Cypher without a microphone. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. And that's pretty much it. Cypher's not that hard, guys. Once again, I would like to remind you that I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Links to my stream are down in the description. I stream on Twitch. Feel free to come by and ask me some questions. I don't actually stream Valorant because my PC is trash, but I would be willing to answer any questions that you guys have. But that's it for the video. Have a good day, y'all.